This is Georgia551, and as you know, once before I've tried playing Minecraft on a netbook. Mind you that I had it unoptimized. It was default settings. I have changed that. And just in case you didn't know, this is a HP Mini 2010-70R Intel Atom processor running at 1.66 gigahertz single core. And there's Minecraft at the default resolution 852 by 480. Now what I'm going to show you is that I have optimized the settings because everything was default. As you can see, the graphics are fast, render distance tiny, max FPS. I kept that on. That doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. Minimal particles, auto, that don't matter. That's pointless. Smooth lighting, I found it really didn't matter unless there were a lot of chunks to update, so for the few extra frames, and of course that'll be fast. So what I'm going to do is something called Minecraft on a netbook. Or I'd come up with a better title actually. So there's a map that I've created, and to show you everything that I'm doing, I'm going to aim my camera at this big screen. Unfortunately, this TV thinks that this computer is running at 800 by 600. It's 1040 by 600. It refuses to accept that. So the picture will be slightly squashed in on the sides. Not terribly much. And the sound will be coming from speakers, similar to how I do my regular Minecraft. They come from the speakers of the laptop that I run that on anyway. So let's get started. Alrighty, I got everything all set up. I'm now getting into position here. And like I said, some of the video will be cut off because it's not exactly showing up properly. And this is the world that I've created. Slowville. And if you want to play this exact same world, obviously without the stuff that I've already done, the seed is Slowville with a capital S. And this is what we have thus far. Right now I'm in a barn. And we have cows, and you get to see how wonderful the frame rate is. It's somewhat set up similar to that of, except this one has pigs. As I was saying, somewhat similar to Watch Me Suck at Minecraft is how it's set up. Only miniaturized. Miniaturized sugarcane field and a miniaturized wheat field. This road goes out to the middle of nowhere. This is what the barn looks like. And in the safety of darkness, I generally go down here. This is a secondary mine shaft that I've built. And unlike the Watch Me Suck series, it's amazing how many golden bars I've found. Well, golden. I found a lot of gold. Found a lot of iron. Got quite a bit of redstone. Here we are at the very bottom, which I did make a mine shaft. There it is. And for the most part, it just sprawls out, and at certain intervals they meet up. It's not quite 100% rhyme or reason to it. Some of them are a little closer than others, so we get these weird stairwell type jogs. As you can see, where it's fairly simple, the frame rate's pretty good. But as we head up, you'll see that it starts to become a jerk fest. It's lag caused by loading chunks and as well as updating them, as well as the fact that there's the more it has to draw, the slower it obviously goes, and there was a big slowdown right there. might even notice that the picture might be jiggling a little bit. It's because this TV, like I said, does not recognize 1024 by 600 as a resolution. It thinks it's 8 by 6, which of course it's not. And we got a couple of roads that don't go anywhere quite yet. They're just exploratory. And hard to see, but right here we have working on subway stations. They're pretty simple. I'll show you one. It's nothing more than just a simple stairwell down to a 2-meter wide by typically 6-meter wide hallway, and then these would be the tunnels. This one goes to lodging and the main mine shaft, and that one doesn't go anywhere yet. And we won't bore you with that. And as you can see, the tiny rendering distance allows this tiny 1.67 gigahertz processor to handle the game. I mean, just barely. When there's a lot of chunk updating or loading, then the performance goes downhill. And by the way, I do want to show you, I am playing on normal difficulty. For some reason, monsters don't seem to really want to show up in this level. I mean, they have. As you can see, my experience bar kind of somewhat proves that. It's a little hard to totally prove it. Basically, I started at my spawn, close to my spawn point, which is where we're heading right now, and just chose this general direction as to just keep going until I hit that spot where I could build a farm. Alright. He's not going to run because I don't have enough victuals. And we don't need to go up to 90 or 100% on that because our health is full. Pull out the sword just in case there is a very rare appearance of some sort of monster. It does happen. And over here, this is where things really start slowing down. So we've got cave systems. As you can see, the frame rate is very jerky. I got quite a bit of cobblestone from here. And there's a massive underground system in here, so head back out. And if I show you that it did not listen, oh, that's why. I hit Control and not Shift. Minecraft version 1.25, if you look at the upper left hand corner where I said Minecraft 1.25, right next to it is the frame rate. 9 FPS, 10, and then how many chunks are being updated. And it's really killing the speed of the game. But if I come to a dead stop, then the frame rate will go up to what it's quite possible, the maximum possibility. And of course, as more being updated and thrown away and behind me and processed in front, it slows it down quite a bit more. Here's the main shelter. It's actually not finished yet. It's a shelter, not a regular house, more like a boarding house. And here we got a wheat field. And here on the ground floor is, you can do your crafting and storage. And it's pretty much, although I gotta really finish this, this half is completely not done, but this half, there are a couple of rooms. This is my spawn point right now. And there's a second room back here. And it repeats upstairs. And this is the front entrance, which is overlooking a lake. And I'm sure you're tired of seeing that, so I'm gonna F3 out of there. And it lagged so much I did a 270 pretty much. And somewhere over in this area, one not right there, but somewhere right in this general vicinity, I was going to say facility, somewhere where I'm pointing is the actual spawn point where everything started. And this is the very first place where I went to mine materials. And we got another setup right here. Small storage, a couple of ovens, and a crafting table. And we can leave that open. And here's where I've done some exploring initially. It's pretty much the same thing. I found a lot more gold in this one than I have in the newer one. And of course this goes all the way to bedrock. And some of these tunnels do meet up with each other, not in a diagonal fashion, but horizontally, as we can see right here. These are all separate. These were all separate tunnels that ultimately were joined up. And just like the and just like the other ones, it goes all the way to bedrock. And there's not much to see here. Funny thing is, I have not yet found any, I don't believe I found any diamonds. This was kind of a on again, off again thing, but it's more on than off now for like the past month. I mean, this was when I really was bored, and I didn't want to take this thing along with me. So here we are back at the top, and I don't think we found any diamonds, because if I did, it would be in here. I know for a fact in the other system I have. Oh yeah, I did. I found 4 diamonds right there. And I haven't built a mine cart yet, but I'll show you a subway station. Okay, this one I think is the exception to the norm. Yeah, this one's a little wider. It's 8 wide. Main lodging is what I call it. And basically it's a track. There'll be a push button here to activate this section. And this makes it all the way to the main shelter, which I'll show you, just because I can. Basically, it's a simple 2 meter high, 1 meter wide tunnel, and there are 32 regular pieces of track for every. And then the 33rd is a powered redstone one, their initial mine and spawn point. And over here, if we come out of the system, you've seen this door as I was starting to show you the shelter. Here's the shelter. There we go. It's so slow, it took forever. Now I did build the tunnel all the way to the new farm, but I don't have enough iron to make track to go all the way down. This is what the normal setup looks like. And I might be moving those signs. Let me show you. I might be moving the signs to like here and here, although if I add more destinations, it's best to probably be where they are. I'll probably put the button, you know, somewhere close by, like probably on the floor. I don't know. Work in progress. So then from here, and as you can see, it's a jerk fest. This tunnel will go all the way to the farm that we came from initially. And I'm actually getting the guy to run when I double tap. It's very hard on this thing because it's so slow. So we will come right out just in front of where the barn is. And it's a stray cow. Yeah, this is quite a long tunnel. Goes from like 200 or no, like 180 on the Z scale to negative 380. That's from the shelter. Never mind the other starting point, which was actually pretty short. Alright, he obviously ran out of energy. Yeah. This probably wasn't a good idea to show you, especially since it's incomplete and it doesn't want to run. And when we had to, as you can see, it's a combination of cobblestone and smooth stone. Wherever it was a sand or dirt or any mineable resource, so here we are now. I replaced it with cobblestone, and smooth stone that's as is remains as it is. And here we are at the farm. What I'm going to do is where the tunnel continues, I'm going to verify where the tunnel way back at the spawn point starts. And this will go to wherever 1,000 meters or a kilometer from said point is. And it'll be a major milestone. It's one of the achievements, being able to travel 1,000 meters on a minecart. Here we are back at the shelter, the secondary one. I'll show you around here because I didn't. I've shown you the livestock and everything on the outside. In here isn't fully functional yet. I mean, we got this area similar like everything else, storage and what have not. And if I find another sheep up here, will be more living quarters, and I'll put a bed up here as well. And that's what's happening in Slowville. As you can see, we got a lot of cows. And one of the things I was doing, I made a blooper while building this road. It's also in a hope to find villages. So like I said, with this tiny rendering distance, it's a little hard to find anything. So, as you can see, the chunk updating is really hurting the speed on this thing. And right here, okay, I went too far. And right here is where we want to right there is where I want the road to go. It has its unplayable moments. This is one of those. Oh, and look, it's getting dark already. And just to make everything more consistent, I have a 1 meter gap where the roads meet any hills. It just makes lighting them up a little easier. That's just for some consistency. Yeah, I have a particular way I want things to be accomplished here. And like I said, the likelihood of a monster appearing is ultra rare. That's why I'm not exactly running towards a shelter at this point. What also sucks is because it takes so much processing, and the fact that HP thought it was a brilliant idea to include the touchpad and the left and right mouse buttons on the same pad, wind up inadvertently clicking at times. Not fun. Then sometimes, because this runs so slow, if you're attacking a monster, whichever way you're facing vertically. See, right now I'm trying to move up and I can't. Fortunately for me, I was able to kill them. Then we got a zombie here. Reverberating bass. I'd hook these speakers up to my laptop, but it's a pain in the butt. Depending how this sounds, I might even go through the trouble. I'm not even sure yet. And I got no meat from that. Let's go into our relatively safe shelter here. You saw a very rare moment where, even on normal, monsters actually show up. That's probably why it gets to become a jerk fest there. Alright, we got a couple of pieces of rotten flesh. We can definitely use that. I'll set aside the bread for now. And while we're looking at our inventory, we'll put away some stuff like that. We don't need seeds. We got more than what we truly need. And we'll put string away. What I'm also going to do over here is I'm going to put the redstone torches aside for now. Won't be needing those for a while. We need a lot more track before we can even think of adding to the railroad system. I'm going to take this and chuck it away. Like I said, we got more than what we need. And when I get more wheat, see that this is the problem with including the mouse buttons on the touchpad itself, is you get random clicks where you don't really want a random click to happen. So what we're going to do for the time being is go into our secondary mine shaft. I'm just realizing, because the way I have it zoomed out, you might not have seen the refresh rate, but yeah, that's the limitations of having technology that doesn't want to work with each other. So while we're down here, I found a lot more gold in this section of the mine shaft than I have in the others. So perhaps we might find more. Yeah, this looks like a place I can probably join up the other section, because there is one above here, and for some weird reason it actually mathematically worked out. I mean, if it perfectly worked out, there wouldn't be a hole right there, but I'll take that. Then right here, just because, we'll duplicate that. Yeah, where the level of detail is fairly simple, this game will run fairly well. Where there's a lot of chunks, like lava flow, dungeons, monster, places where monsters are hiding, cave systems and what have not. That's where things get slow. Oh, and looky. I told you that I've had a lot of luck finding things in here, unlike my Watch Me Suck series, the birthday seed as I call it, where I can't find much of anything if my life depended on it. And I'll just dig around a little bit. Sometimes there's a diagonal piece around. No, that's it. This is one of those instances where I need to make myself a little oddball type entryway. And then we hit gravel. I won't bore you with digging through that crap. Whoa, it's getting slow all of a sudden. I think we'll find that in our... I think that was iron. I think we'll find that right here. Yeah, there it is. Let's throw a little light on the subject here. Found quite a bit of iron. Let's see how the daylight... Actually, we don't have to see. Well, we do. We're kind of a little low in the in terms of the depths. So if it's nice and sunny, we won't be able to see that. As you can see how that area is turning nice and bright. And of course, because I have minimal particles, or particles set to minimal. That's why you don't see the poisoned effect floating around my head. Just like when I feed these guys grain or wheat, you won't see the little hearts over their heads. Let's just, oh, we don't need to do that. Just grab a block that way. Yeah, just to show you what happens. Oh wow, it actually shortchanged me. Who knew? Oh, no, it didn't shortchange me. There's some seedage right there. And I'll throw that one away. Because sometimes it does a double action because of the chunk updating. I wound up jumping on that plot even though I really didn't. But I'll show you when we show you with the chickens. And by the way, this will not be a series where I show you every single thing I do. You know, like Watch Me Suck, where every moment of it is, or as it's planned to be, every moment of it is captured for the, and see, watch, click, click. You don't see the little hearts over their heads. And there's some pigs that want to. That's it. Thought I'd show that to you. And I got eggs. And you don't see them breaking apart because, again, it's an unneeded artifact, and I could sit there all day and collect eggs. We're not going to do that. One of my little objectives, which probably never will be realized, is to find a village. And as you can see, like I said, with this really tiny, render distance, I don't really think it's going to be all that easy. And some of you are asking, why are you recording off a TV instead of using screen capture? Yes, I have seen people do the screen capture, but that's with the dual core versions. Either that, or someone who really knows what they're doing with computers can actually figure out how to make it work and make it playable. So, yeah, this is obviously off a TV screen. So the whole objective here, like I said, can we find a village? And it looks like we're not going to find one. Oh, as soon as I say we're not going to find one, look what happened. Yay, a village, a real one. Good, I found a village. Now there's purpose in this game. That is so ironic. Like I said, the tiny render distance, I never saw that. And another thing about incorporating the push buttons into the touchpad instead of them being separate, you hit them, and sometimes they won't react, and other times they just, as you're just moving about like I'm doing, it'll just do its own thing. Which I find very annoying. this needs to... What I'll do for just consistency's sake here is we're gonna take that out. Yeah, I like to keep number 9 as my food slot, as well as bow and arrow. I just find that very funny. I cannot find a village in here, no matter how hard I try, and then I stumble upon one. Let's see what we got. Oh, Jerkfest. Hi, I'm a villager. I'm gonna go in this deep, dark tunnel. It's safe, isn't it? As you can see, there's still some lighting glitches. But as soon as you break a block, that goes away. Oh, this is actually a good-sized village. Boy, I'm glad I decided to screen cap... Well, I shouldn't say screen capture. Record this. Because we found a good-sized village here. Oh, this is interesting. Look at how that formed. Oh boy, this is really getting unplayable. Look at it, the whole building is warped. It's hard to control. This is my actual frame rate. Like I said, I doubt you're... I can count them. I'm getting like 3 to 4 frames per second right now. Oh look, a smith shop. I wish my birthday seed came out with one of these. And we got the lighting issue here as well. Oh there, disappeared. Yeah, I smell smoke, but now that I think about it, I know what that is. For a minute I think I was setting something on fire here. Now can I find my way back? And yes, I have. See, it's so slow. When I plop down, the game actually pauses. And every now and then, it'll double plop an item. See how I was trying to break? See, that was a double plop right there. I only hit the button once. Resources are so limited on this computer. It was stuck at the plop stage, and while it was rendering, it just kept plopping stuff down till it got completed. The process, that is. And that was a jump it did. Like I said, HP thought it was a brilliant idea to include the mouse buttons onto the scrolling touchpad. Someone's not so brilliant idea. All right, plop it there. Plop it there, and See, double plop done there. Double plop there. Sometimes it gets so bogged down it'll triple plop. And like I said, those that actually run this with screen capture programs either really know how to optimize, and by the way, I did run the Optifine on this and it did nothing. Just be sure there's no monsters. And there's a double plop right there. Did I bring extra torches? Yes, I did. So, whoops, what I'm going to do is going to plop that there. And my thing is every fourth space I plop a torch. So what I'm going to do here is I did not hit it. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As if it's safe to do so, I want to light up the village. Their lighting really isn't all that great. And, okay, move. Yeah, there's this other Minecraft player that I watch called The Electrical Runner. He's a kid that plays on an older Mac, and he has terrible frame rates as well, but not as bad as this. But you get the idea. It runs like crap. And now I'm just randomly plopping them. I said there's apparently so many cave systems in here. There are just so many cave systems, it's bogging this game down really bad. And I'm just using gravel because that's what they use for roads, so I'm going to match them. What I'm going to do is outside every door I'm going to throw up a torch. I hear a zombie. And that's a villager. Okay. Look, your torches don't even light. How does that work? We're going to rectify that right now. There, now you get a way up there. There's absolutely no lighting in here at all. Ooh, and we got a chest in here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, diamond! More bread. Another pickaxe. More iron ingots, as I like to call it. And an iron helmet. Just for the sake of saving a little space. As you can see, because I don't have an internet connection on this netbook, I mean, I could go where there's Wi-Fi, and I haven't set mine up for Wi-Fi yet. I have the default Steve skin. But when I have an internet connection, it uses the same skin that I have on the Watch Me Suck, which is a pixelated version of myself with the very dirty gray t-shirt and darker gray shorts. Seems to be kind of dark over here. Boy, this has got the strangest land configuration I've seen. Oh look, you're stuck. You won't be soon. There, you've been freed. You can thank me later. Alrighty, we found a village. Yay. Not where I wanted it, really. So we accomplished something today. And more proof that my Watch Me Suck map, the birthday seed, has not been all that lucky. We got some findings that we want to store away here. first. We had found 10 previously. You didn't see that because I've been waiting forever to... Oh, wait. No. Put the really valuable stuff in there. And we got more iron. Let's bake it. Oh yeah. Diamonds. Yeah, I don't want to build armor because I want to use that to make the subway system. So basically, I'll just show you where this road goes, and it heads right into a jungle biome, and that's pretty much it right now. And I won't bore you with this. I'll just pretty much end it right here. So basically, this is what the Slowville map is on my Netbook play. And depending on how well this is received, depends on how often I'll make these. It's not going to be as constant as Watch Me Suck, because as you've seen, the playability is kind of marginal, so it's really hard to get anything done over a certain period of time. So this is Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching Slowville.